Now we move to the numericals of this topic. So finally actually we conclude all the theoretical concepts of the second topic, that is mechanical properties of fluid, and now we will see some of the numerical based on the laws or principles that were stated in the chapter. So the first problem is find the pressure 200 meter below the surface of an ocean if the pressure on the free surface of the liquid is 1 atmosphere. If we consider ocean as a tank reservoir and the pressure on the surface of the liquid, that is 1 atm, 1 atm का मतलब होता है 1 atmospheric pressure, whose value is 1.013 into 10 power 5, that is 1.013 into 10 power 5 Pascal or Newton per meter square. That is the pressure of 1 atmosphere. Next they says the depth is 200 meters. So here we will state that h, actually it is d, it should be taken as d, but the student should not get confused. That's why we have stated h is equal to 200 meter, that is depth of the liquid. जहाँ पे हम प्रेशर फाइंड करने वाले हैं वहाँ की जो हाइट है that is 200 meter below the surface of the liquid. So I have stated h equal to 200 meter. Now the difference in the pressure, that PD minus P0, because the pressure at the depth will be greater as compared to pressure on this top surface of the liquid. और ये जो difference है, the difference in the pressure will be PD minus P0 equal to rho GH. That is the product of density, gravitational acceleration and the depth of the liquid. Now density of a sea water, because it is an ocean, so it is given that 1060 kg per meter cube. So all the three data, that density, gravitational acceleration and height, that we are knowing. So we have put all the values here, that is 1060 into 9.8 into 200. So if we take the common 10 power 3 and 10 power 2 from the respective values, we come to the equivalent value that PD minus P0 equal to 20.766 into 10 power 5. So ये जो PD minus P0 है, that minus P0 will go in right hand side of the equation and will be added. तो यहाँ पे P0 add हो जाएगा ये 20.6766 into 10 power 5 में, that is 1.013 into 10 power 5 plus 20.766 into 10 power 5. So addition of this answer we get 21.789 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. So here we have find the pressure of a liquid at the depth of the ocean about 200 meters. That is the pressure at that location will be 21.789 into 10 power 5. As we go down below the surface of the fluid, the pressure of the liquid goes on increasing. That's it. So just move to the second problem. Second problem is in a hydraulic lift, the input piston had surface area 30 centimeter square and output piston had surface area 1500 centimeter square. If a force of 25 Newton is applied to the input piston, calculate the weight on the output piston. This example is based on the Pascal's law, which states that the pressure given to any part of the liquid is undiminishedly and equally transmitted to all the parts of the fluid as well as on the walls of the container. So this is an example of Pascal's law, जहाँ पे एक input piston है, there will be an output piston. Whenever the force is given to the input piston, the fluid present in this hydraulic lift will transfer this pressure to each and every part of the liquid as well as on this output piston. तो यहाँ पे जब हम input piston downward direction में देंगे, so there will be an upward force acting on the output piston, according to the Pascal's law, the P1, P2, P1 and P2 are equal. Therefore, I have stated according to the Pascal's law, P1 equal to P2. Now, the pressure is equal to the force or thrust acting on a liquid per unit area or a fluid. Thrust acting on a fluid or thrust exerted by the fluid. So, the pressure P1 and P2 are equal. Therefore, the force upon area or the thrust upon area and thrust upon area, that will be constant. So, F1 upon A1 is equal to F2 upon A2. So, if we state or if you insert the values of F1, A1 and A2, you will get the force given to the second piston, and that will be the output weight that the output piston can carry. So 25 divided by 30 into 10 power minus 4, W upon 1500 10 power minus 4. If you solve this equation, you can get the answer. Okay, so this problem was based on the Pascal's law. So we move to the next problem, that is calculate the viscous force acting on a raindrop of diameter 1 mm and falling with velocity 2 meter per second through air. The coefficient of viscosity of air is 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 Newton second per meter square. So here, whenever a certain molecule or a sphere is dropped from a certain height in a fluid, there is a viscous force opposed by the adjacent layer of the fluid when the raindrop is falling from a certain height. Here the fluid will be air. यहाँ पे जो air molecules है या the smooth flow of air molecules will act as a fluid, and when the raindrop is falling from a certain height, that raindrop will act as a small sphere or spherical drop. तो अगर उस spherical drop, we can say, यहाँ पे जो viscous force दिया जाएगा, that will be directly proportional to the radius of a sphere, then velocity with which it is falling from a height, and third one is the coefficient of viscosity of a medium. जैसे कि यहाँ पे fluid है और हमारे यहाँ पे fluid is air. So यहाँ पे हमने mention किए that we are going to find viscous force. So I wrote here Fa equal to question tag. Then D is equal to diameter, that is 1 mm. So we found out radius equal to 0.5 mm, that is 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Then velocity with which the raindrop is falling, that is 2 meter per second. So we stated here 2 meter per second velocity. And this eta stands for the coefficient of viscosity, that is 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 Newton second per meter square. So according to the Stokes law, this value will be equated, or this relation can be equated by the 6 pi, that is the constant. That's why Fv, which is directly proportional to R and V, that Fv is equal to 6 pi nRV. So यहाँ पे 6 into 3.14 into 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 into 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 into 2. So it is only the multiplication we have to do here. So we get frictional force equal to viscous force equal to 3.393 into 10 power minus 7 Newton. That's it. So just move on to the next problem, and the problem is the pressure of water inside a closed pipe is 3 into 10 power 2 Newton per meter square, and this pressure reduces to 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square on the opening the valve of the pipe. As we have noticed so many times कि अगर हमने valve को open कर दिया तो pressure जो है वो reduce हो जाता है, और जिसके कारण जो fluid present है inside that pipe, that increases the velocity. अगर कुछ initial velocity है तो in this case what is going on, that the initial velocity of the fluid present in the pipe is 0. So here V1 is 0, and suddenly when the valve is open, there is a flow of the fluid जिसकी velocity हमें find करनी है. They are asking the calculate the speed of water flowing through the pipe. यहाँ पे जो fluid इस्तेमाल किया है that is water and उसका density भी दिया हुआ है that is 1000 kg per meter cube. So according to the given data, if we state P1 that is 3 into 10 power 5, P2 is 2 into 10 power 5 and V1 that is initial velocity is 0, V2 that is to be found and the density is 1000 kg per meter cube. So we will use Bernoulli's principle to solve this. According to the Bernoulli's principle that P plus half of rho V square plus rho G H is equal to constant. But यहाँ पे जो pipe है जिसमें height h1 and h2 that is in case 1 and case 2 the height remains constant, वो change नहीं हो रही है, इसलिए we will only take P1 plus half rho V1 square equal to P2 plus half rho G V2 square because rho G H का term है वो both the side will be constant because in this case height does not change. तो यहाँ पे P1 minus P2 and 1 upon 2 rho will be common, V2 square minus V1 square. So if we subtract P1 say P2 we get 10 power 5 only, but ये 2 का multiplication factor will come to this side, again it will become 2 into 10 power 5 और यहाँ पे 10 power 3 that is the density of a fluid and V2 जो कि unknown है that is to be found. So V2 square will be 2 into 10 power 5 divided by 10 power 3 that is 2 into 10 power 2. So V2 is 200. If we take a square root of it we will get 14.14. So this is the simplest problem based on the Bernoulli's principle. That's it. So next problem is calculate the rise of water inside a clean glass capillary tube of radius 0.1 mm when immersed in water of surface tension 7 into 10 power 2 Newton per meter. The angle of contact between the water and the glass is 0. Also given the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube and the gravitational acceleration g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So whenever we insert a capillary in a particular fluid present in the container, okay, suppose there is a glass or there is a container which contains fluid, and if we insert a capillary tube into that fluid, there will be either rise, fall of liquid inside the capillary tube, and this phenomenon is called as capillarity, जो हमने पढ़ा है. और हमने इसका डेरिवेशन भी किया था कि जो राइज और फॉल ऑफ लिक्विड है दैट इज द हाइट बाय विच इट इज राइज और फॉल, इट हैज अ फॉर्मूला h is equal to 2t cos theta upon r rho g. Now each and every term we will look out. T for surface tension of the water that is given 7 into 10 power minus 2 Newton per meter, so we stated here. Then they are asking cos theta, that is the angle between the free surface of liquid and the surface of solid, that is water and the container. जिसका angle दिया है, the angle of contact between the water and glass is 0. Now the next point is r rho g, that r is the radius of a capillary tube, that is 0.1 mm. So 0.1 into 10 power minus 3. So we, for better easy पढ़ने के लिए हम लोग यहाँ पे 10 power minus 4 मीटर ले लेते हैं. Then rho, that is the density of water, and g is the gravitational acceleration. So if we put 1 by 1 all the values, 2 into 7 into 10 power minus 2 cos 0, that is cos 0 का वैल्यू है 1, मैथमेटिक्स में हमको मालूम है. Rho r is 10 power minus 4, rho is 1000, that is 10 power 3, and g is equal to 9.2. So this is the simplest calculation done on this formula, and we can get the height is 0.142 meter. The positive sign shows that there is a rise of liquid inside the capillary tube. That's it. So in the next problem, a rectangular frame of size 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter, that is a rectangular frame that is deep into the soap solution and taken out. A soap film is formed. If the size of the film is changed to 3 centimeter into 3 centimeter, that means 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter रेक्टेंगुलर फ्रेम जब डीप किया जाता है सोप सॉल्यूशन में, देयर इज ए इंक्रीमेंट इन द सरफेस एरिया दैट इज 3 into 3 centimeter. सो एंड द सोप सॉल्यूशन का जो सरफेस टेंशन है दैट इज 3 into 10 power minus 2 Newton per meter square. They are asking calculate the work done in this process, that is ये expansion में कितना work done है. So this formula actually the question is based on the relation between the surface energy or the total work done and the surface tension with the change in area. So as per the formula, dW is equal to T into dA. Surface tension is already given, only we have to find the change in area. But since this rectangular frame has two sides, the area will be doubled from inside as well as the outside. Both sides से area will increase. So यहाँ पे A1 and A2 are noted, that is 2 into 2, 4 into 10 power minus 4 meter square, because ये सेंटीमीटर में गया, मैंने मीटर में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. A2 is 3 into 3, that is 9 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. The change in area will be doubled because of both the sides, inside and outside से area बढ़ जाएगा. So 2 into A2 minus A1, that is 2 into 9 into 10 power minus 4 minus 4 into 10 power minus 4. So we get 2 into 5 into 10 power minus 4, that is 10 power minus 3. जो change in area है that is 10 power minus 3. So multiply with the surface tension, we get the total amount, total work done in this process of expansion of the film in a rectangular frame. Okay, fine. So the next problem is, with what terminal velocity will an air bubble 0.4 mm in diameter rise in a liquid of viscosity 0.1 ns per meter square and the specific gravity is 0.9. Also given that the density of air is 1.29 kg per meter cube. So first we will extract the data. They are asking with what terminal velocity. So we have mentioned v is equal to question tag because we don't have terminal velocity. Second, the air bubble which has diameter 0.4 mm. So I mention here 0.4 mm. अगर हमने उसको रेडियस में कन्वर्ट किया तो वो हो जाएगा 0.2 mm. That is 2 into 10 power minus 4 meter. Then the coefficient of viscosity is given 0.1 ns per meter square. So we also have stated this. And the specific gravity, so mu is equal to 0.9. And also we should not forget that the density of air, that is the sigma, is given 1.29 kg per meter cube. So first of all we'll see what is specific gravity. Specific gravity is the ratio of density of a liquid to the density of a fluid. Sorry, density of a liquid to the density of a water. So यहाँ पे mu is equal to density of a liquid divided by density of a water. हम जब भी किसी डेंसिटी का, जैसे हम लोग रिलेटिव डेंसिटी बोलते हैं, दैट इज अ रिलेटिव डेंसिटी, दैट इज स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी. So 0.9 is equal to rho liquid divided by 10 power 3 because जो density of water है 1000 kg per meter cube, that is 10 power 3. So I state here, therefore the density of liquid we get 0.9 into 10 power 3, that is nothing but 900 kg per meter cube. तो हमने डेरिवेशन किया था टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी के लिए कि अगर कोई मटेरियल जैसे स्फीयर व्हेन इट इज ड्रॉप इनटू द फ्लूइड आफ्टर सर्टेन टाइम ऑफ इंटरवल दैट मटेरियल अटेन्स अ कांस्टेंट वेलोसिटी, और उसका जो फॉर्मूला है दैट इज 2/9 Rg square g in bracket sigma minus density of liquid divided by n. और यहाँ पे जो सिग्मा है दैट इज लेस देन द डेंसिटी ऑफ अ लिक्विड. सो जो आंसर हमें मिलेगा दैट विल बी नेगेटिव, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई मटेरियल जो है या जो स्पीयर है जो ड्रॉप करने के बाद इट मूव्स इन द डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, बट यहाँ पे एक एयर बबल है that actually rises up, that is moving in opposite direction that as per the derivation. So इसलिए जो इसका आंसर आएगा that will be negative. So V is equal to 2 by 9 R square G sigma minus density divided by N. So if we substitute all the values we are going to get it. So R is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 4. उसको स्क्वायर करेंगे हो जाएगा 4 into 10 power minus 8. G का वैल्यू है 9.8 और यहाँ पे सिग्मा इज 1.29 kg per meter cube minus 900 meter cube. यहाँ पे जो आंसर है that will be negative minus 898.71. So if we make a product of this log और antilog से हम ये सॉल्व कर सकते हैं और हमें आंसर मिलेगा V is equal to minus 0.782 into 10 power minus 3 meter per second. So this speed is actually not as much possible as compared to the spherical metallic sphere if it is drawn into the liquid. उसमें जितना velocity होगा उतना velocity air bubble का तो होगा नहीं. Okay, so that's it. So the next problem is a drop of mercury 0.2 centimeter is broken into 8 droplets of same size. Find the work done if the surface tension of the mercury is 435.5 dyne per centimeter. यहाँ पे ऐसा दिया है कि एक 0.2 सेंटीमीटर डायमीटर वाला मर्क्यूरी का एक ड्रॉप इट इज ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू 8 ड्रॉपलेट्स. सो इफ इट इज ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू 8 ड्रॉपलेट्स, its surface area required for 8 different droplets will increase rather than be a single drop. एक ड्रॉप को जो सरफेस एरिया होगा वो कम होगा और 8 droplets के एरियाज will be greater. And if the area increases, obviously there will be a work done to expansion for this expansion. और जो फॉर्मूला है that we know कि dW is equal to T into dA. So another work is equal to surface tension into area. So already we have given surface tension, but only we have to find the change in area. तो वो कैसे find करेंगे? Because we don't know the radius of the new droplet. Okay, so we will go with this equation that the volume of the total volume of a drop is always equal to the total volume of 8 droplets. 8 droplets का जो total volume होगा that will be equal to a single drop of bigger radius or bigger diameter. So we take a formula that 4 by 3 pi capital R cube. Capital R means the initial drop जिसका radius ज़्यादा था. And here small r stands for a single drop. Single droplet जो 8 droplets में से जो single droplet है उसका volume is 4 by 3 pi small r cube. और n is the number of droplets. वहाँ पे 8 droplets है. So this equation becomes r cube is equal to 8 small r cube. So if we take a cube root, r equal to twice of r, this capital R is 0.2 centimeter. Initial drop was 0.2 centimeter diameter. So that is equal to double of a single drop. ये जो 8 drop है उसमें जो radius होगा उससे double है. So here we get a small r equal to 0.1 centimeter. Right now keep all the dimensions in CGS क्योंकि यहाँ पे surface tension भी CGS में दिया है, यहाँ पे radius भी CGS में दिया है, तो initially we will find all the answers will be in CGS. Okay, now we are going to check the change in area. So just notice here that dA is equal to A2 minus A1. A2 means 8 droplets का अलग अलग एरिया टोटल करेंगे और एक बड़े ड्रॉपलेट का एरिया से उसको माइनस कर देंगे. तो यहाँ पे 8 into 4 pi r square minus 4 pi r cube. What happens is कि जब भी ड्रॉप ब्रोक होता है या ब्रेक होता है उसके टुकड़े हो जाते हैं तो वहां पे सरफेस एरिया इंक्रीज होता है और अगर ज्यादा ड्रॉपलेट्स कंबाइन होते हैं तो फाइनल एरिया जो होता है वो कम हो जाता है. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे A2 विल बी ग्रेटर देन A1. So if we take 4 pi common in both the terms, 4 pi will be common. 8 r square minus r square. क्योंकि 8 तो कॉमन नहीं है, 8 is only for this. Then 4 into 3.14 bracket में 8 that is small r square minus capital R square. So 8 into 0.01 minus 0.04. So finally we get the answer 0.04 और ये 4 into 3.14 को multiply करते हैं that is 12.56. So we come to the value that dA is equal to 0.5024 centimeter square. Now use the formula dW equal to T into dA. T is given and dA already we have found out. Okay. So by this way we get the answer 210.88 ergs. Ergs will be CGS unit. So if we need to convert it into the MKS, that is in joule, तो 10 power minus 5 से multiply करना पड़ेगा. So यहाँ पे आंसर है 2.1088 into 10 power 2. ये तो अर्ग का आंसर था, multiply by 10 power minus 5. So we get the answer 2.1088 into 10 power minus 3 joule. So by this way we found out the value of the work done required for the breaking of this single droplet into 8 droplets. That's it.